Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. I hope it is. No excuses. Today, we are going to talk about really simply said, fuck your circumstances. Fuck them. We're going to dive deep into the circumstances today, and so I can reassure you as to why it's time for you to stop fucking with them. Okay? To be first, this goes to my boy Lester. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithKimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 3 channel memberships where I go live with my channel members in a private Zoom call every single week, 3 times a week. Yes. If you were to join my number 1, the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors group, that group gives you access to all 3 of my channel memberships. The Advanced Manifestors is the group that deep dives manifestation, deepens your knowledge, your understanding. It expands your awareness. What the hell do we care about that for? Because that's how you can stop shitting yourself over 3D reality and you can finally experience exactly what you want. That's that group. It gives you access to the also Tuesday group. Did I say it was a Tuesday group? They're both Tuesday groups. Where we have the exclusive lives. And the exclusive lives is where everybody comes and shares success stories and tips and tricks only. It's a fun, amazing, high energy, high vibe group. If you need a pick-me-up, that's the group to come on in. And I'm not going to lie, the Advanced Manifestors are really becoming a high vibe group as well. So it's boom, boom, boom. Back-to-back amazingness. We call it the Zhuzh train. We also have the hot seat group where on Fridays we get together and we open the doors to anyone who would like to get themselves into that hot seat and ask me anything you want regarding your circumstances. That group comes with a trigger warning because we do talk about circumstances. So, speaking of circumstances, let me just say, I hope this is the video that gets you to stop fretting, to stop worrying, to stop dreading, to stop stressing, or also gets you to stop getting to the place of just where you want to give up, where you're feeling so I'm over it kind of mindset. If that's you, that describes any part of you, this is the video for you. So let's jump right in. If you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and yeah, I'm pretty sassy all the time, and I'm obsessed with my manifestation and getting what I want, and I'm assuming you are too, so I would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. Okay? Done selling myself. Circumstances. No matter what you say, no matter how you word it, no matter how much you justify, if you have anything going on in your 3D reality that you are fretting over. For example, if you're manifesting a specific person and there is a third party, if you are right now watching this video very much concerned and entangled with the 3D over that circumstance, while I do feel for you, and I know that sucks, I'm not pretending it doesn't suck, and I certainly don't want you to deny what you're feeling, but I want to get real with you. You are falling asleep. You are giving in to the dream. Vadim Zealand often refers to our 3D reality as being no different than being in a lucid dream. I've made videos on this. If you have never heard of a lucid dream or you've never experienced one, a lucid dream is when you are aware that you are in a dream while you're in the dream. And quite frankly, I find that very fun. It's empowering. I've had a lot of them. You're really, really aware that everything is happening around you is just a dream. That's all it is. That's no different than our 3D reality. 3D reality is a lucid dream. No matter how real, no matter how permanent it feels, it is a lucid dream. When we get ourselves so worked up and we try to start forcing things out here, there's no other pretty way of calling it than you are falling asleep again. You are forgetting who you are. And you know better. You do know better. And it can be very easy to slide into a victim state and really want to justify why we are right about being upset. We're here to have a human experience, and we are going to experience our range of emotions and feelings. But outside of that, if you are on the conscious manifester train with the rest of us, the purpose of all of this is to stay aware, to stay awake. Vadim Zeland, I swear, he is a sassy ass king himself, makes the reference that when we start getting ourselves so worked up about things that are happening in 3D reality, we are acting like fucking primates. We're acting simple-minded primates. You might want to look up the word primate and get the definition of why this is something we don't want to be. We don't want to be a primate. We're smarter than that. If you've already had your emotions over what's happening in 3D, or maybe what's not happening in 3D, maybe you're upset because nothing seems to be moving. If you've already had the emotions, okay. You're awake. You are awake. Don't fall for the dream. Take the step back. Remove yourself. Try to view whatever it is you're experiencing, view it from outside of the bubble. Your reality, your world is like a bubble and you're in it. When you're entangled with circumstances, you might as well put the wool over your eyes. You might as well put some earmuffs on so you can barely hear. You are giving up and allowing all of this outside shit to take your power. You cannot think clearly when you are over-involved in the circumstances, or if you are over-involved in your 3D. You can't. You've got to recenter yourself. You've got to bring it back. Bring it back to who you are. This is why we did the I Am Source challenge all of last week. And by the way, thank you to all of you who sent me emails. I get a lot of emails, but thank you to those of you who did reach out and shared all the little things, all the little successes that have shown up in your realities. I was very excited, very happy to see that. And again, listen, if you're someone that didn't see a lot, but something in here clicked for you, that's still a success. You stepping into your power and you getting out of the dream, staying awake of the dream or from the dream, staying awake, staying aware. That's a success. If you're experiencing things out here and you're able to take that step back and view your reality from outside of the bubble and take the bigger look here, the bigger picture, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or what am I not seeing? What am I not understanding? First and foremost, you're going to get an answer. Higher self, God, universe, whatever you believe it is going to give you an answer. You're not being tortured. Meaning whatever circumstances are here are not because they want to make things terrible for you. Circumstances are here because at some point we embodied a state where whatever it is you're experiencing was allowed in that state. Period. It's not because of any other reason than reflection of you. Sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow. I get it. I didn't want to hear that. And I certainly didn't want to accept that in the early days of my journey. That's fine. But see, if that's how you feel, you're viewing it from a victim mentality. Because this is never about blaming and shaming. It's about taking your fucking power and realizing you do have some control over what you experience, over what your life looks like. You do have a say in what happens to you in life. You do. I said some power. I meant all the power. You have it. Based off of who you are and how you're handling things in your day-to-day life. Staying aware is everything. It's everything. On top of deciding who you want to be and being, the law of being. Giving into circumstances and trying hard to fight against them is such wasted energy. It's primate behavior. I can't say that enough. You're acting like an animal. And we're all guilty of it. So don't waste any more time beating yourself up. But wake up. Accept what's happening or what's not happening. Accept your reality and move on. Get back to the decision of who you are. Who you are being is always a choice. It doesn't always feel like a choice, but it's a choice. Let me give you this. In order to find a way out of difficult situations, you have to first recall that it originated as a consequence of amplified importance. A non-lucid dream in which the events of the dream occur irrespective of your will only has total control over you because you are unaware of the fact that you are dreaming. It is exactly the same in waking life until you become aware of the fact that you have allowed your mind to become totally immersed in a problem. Circumstances will continue to control you. Stop. Shake off the delusion and remember that reality is a lucid dream, one you can control. Once you have woken up, practice transurfing in your waking dream. Practice being the self that you want to be. That's essentially transurfing. When you are floundering in inflated inner and outer importance, the most difficult thing is to return to awareness in the right moment. For this purpose, you need the keeper, the inner observer who keeps a constant eye on your level of awareness. Of course, it is hard to keep yourself in hand when you feel like going ballistic. Pendulums are like vampires. They use a kind of anesthesia, your habit of falling asleep when you react negatively to an irritant. Even now, after having read these lines, it may only be a matter of minutes before you get distracted and take an unwanted phone call in an irritable tone of voice. Try to wake up several times during the day. Look around you with a clear head and understand that it is all a dream and that you have been sleeping, not consciously aware of what you were doing. The habit of remembering is developed through consistent practice. Until being consciously aware becomes a habit, pendulums will do everything they can to get to you. Don't be dismayed. Overall, this will manifest itself as minor problems. Don't give in. Learn to remember and you will be victorious. You'll see. That's all Vadim Zeland from Reality Transferring in 78 Days. That was principle number 41. This is one of the reasons why we did the I Am Source Challenge. The idea of manifestation, first and foremost, is you can be any damn version of yourself at your will, at an instant decision, at any moment of your damn day. No one can get in the way of your decision. No one. You're in total control. We don't always feel like we're in control, but we are. But when we are trying to break free of the habit of being a basic bitch, human, muggle, it's so easy to be distracted. You can start your day making a decision that you are a version of yourself and then head on out into friggin' traffic and have someone pull in front of you and they start driving slow and you get sucked right into that irritant and you stay pissed and you stay annoyed. You're swearing, you're calling them all sorts of damn names. So now your mood is already, and then you get to work, and that annoying coworker who never knows when to shut the hell up has something stupid to say to you, so that just inflates that irritant. That's the pendulum. That's the pendulum. And the pendulum is enjoying every moment of your misery. You see how we stick in that old habit? Granted, I know I'm just giving you an example, but quite frankly, that was an example of me. I could physically feel the irritant, the anger in my body. And I would give right in. And I would spout off at the mouth to anybody who got in my way. Taking out my hate for my life at the time on everyone around me. And it did feel like things were working against me. It felt like things just kept popping up in front of me and keeping me fucking distracted from where I needed my mind to be. I felt powerless to my life. Now I'm aware that Vadim Zeland would call it a pendulum. Okay? The reflection of our old shitty state throwing things at us, manifesting annoying circumstances. And I can't say it enough, I would view those circumstances as the reason why I couldn't get what I want, because these things were popping up and, working against me. It made it so hard for me to keep myself level-headed or centered. Obviously, all of this was before I learned state of consciousness stuff. I didn't understand it then. So I know some of you view reality as, maybe working against you, things popping up to irritate you. Can't you see that, yes, that's how life was. That was the habit of how you handled life, allowing every little thing to derail you. That's the beauty of this. Here's your opportunity. Stay aware. Vadim says it's the keeper. Have a plan to keep yourself aware that you are living in a lucid dream and you're in control of it and you have all the power in the world. You might not control the how, the when, the what circumstances pop up, and not all circumstances are bad, all right? I'm using that circumstance as just a phrase. We could call it experiences. We don't control the experiences and circumstances that pop up in front of us, but we control whether we stay aware or not. This isn't a video to get you to feel bad for having a reaction to reality. This is a video to get you to build a habit of staying aware. And you're not going to avoid that. If you want success, if you want substantial change in your life, if you want whatever it is you're manifesting, a specific person, a new love relationship, money, health, a new job, I said money, your dream career, the dream body, if you want all of it, And staying aware is going to have to become a part of your equation. And by staying aware, I just mean when circumstances are popping up and you're reacting to them, what are you doing? What are you doing? Think about it. What are you doing? When you're reacting, what are you doing? Are you aware that you're in a lucid dream while you're busy reacting? Probably not. But when you make this a habit of staying aware, what you will notice is that when circumstances pop up and you start that damn reacting, a thought's going to pop into your mind. I know I shouldn't be reacting, but I know I'm supposed to stay aware, but. And guess what? That's pretty damn good. That's good. That's letting you know that the habit is absolutely building. And you're kicking ass. Even if you're in the middle of reacting, you had the thought that is telling you, bitch, wake up. I know I shouldn't be letting this get to me, but I don't even care if you keep reacting. What matters is that thought came in. So that's telling you your awareness has shifted. Your awareness has shifted. You have shifted. Reward yourself for it. And then get back to waking up and deciding who you want to be. Some of you take those moments and blow them off because you still gave in. No, you reward yourself for realizing, I'm aware. I remembered. You're building the habit. I know some of you have a very all or nothing mentality. I did too. And I would throw out all the little victories because they weren't good enough. They weren't exactly what I wanted, so they weren't important. And I was missing such a huge chunk of understanding because I kept blowing those things off. You got to reward yourself for your victories. This is a journey because it is not, this is something I'm going to do until I get my manifestation that I'm all done. No, this is a lifestyle. This is a new way of handling life. And if you would allow yourself to decide that, like, that's right, this is my new way of handling life. This is my lifestyle. You're going to see things change. But we can't be thrown off every time something pops up. Again, this video isn't about making you feel bad for reacting. This video is about it's time to stay aware. Again, we just did that I Am Source challenge, which really was a challenge to keep you aware. Let's do it for another week. Right now, we'll make it official. We're going to do another week of the I Am Source challenge. If you're not comfortable calling yourself source or God or universe or higher power, source energy, moonbeams, fine. Set the alarm and you remind yourself that you are in a waking lucid dream. You're in a dream. Am I getting sucked in? Am I going to let the pendulum win? If you don't like that phrase, pendulum, that's from Vadim Zeland and reality transurfing. You know, as I just read, pendulums are like evil friggin' vampires loving when you get upset. They're loving it. They're sucking you in. You can feel it too. You can feel that energetic pull when you're upset about something, especially anger and irritation. So easy. It's easy to get sucked into those moments. Listen, to everyone still giving in, you need this challenge. You need it. I know this video is going to be titled something along the lines of fuck your circumstances. The reason why I'm labeling it this is because I mean fuck your circumstances. Fuck them. Think about why you're upset about the circumstances. If you've already been to the place of accepting that they are a reflection of the old you, I dare you to also accept that even though they are a manifestation of old self, they're still somehow, some way leading you to your end. So instead of worrying about more circumstances coming, can you imagine if you actually looked at reality and believed that everything was working with you, for you, to bring you exactly what you want? Fuck your circumstances. Stop fighting with them. Stop fighting reality and let it go. Let go of reality and get busy being who you want to be. If you don't understand what being is, simply ask yourself, what do you think it would feel like if you had exactly what you were manifesting right now in this moment? What do you think that would feel like? If you're newer to this, you're probably going to answer that question with something like, oh my God, I'd be so happy. It would be wonderful. I would be overjoyed. Okay, great. What do you think it would feel like 2 months down the road from you having that manifestation? 2 months down the road. If you're manifesting a specific person, your specific person has finally shown up, chosen you, and you're in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. Now it's 3 years down the road. You still overjoyed? Or are we at least calm, centered? It's natural, normal for us to be together. This isn't about you chasing those feelings. That was about getting you into your imagination and stepping on in to that version of yourself. That is you going to that reality. And it is as simple as I just described. I challenge all of you. If you're manifesting and you are currently upset, frustrated with 3D reality, I challenge you to, if you haven't done the 1 week already of the I Am Source Challenge, I challenge you to go another week. And I challenge you to really take the time and allow yourself to imagine a full 24 hours with you having your manifestation. 24 hours. Now, I don't mean you got to stay up 24 hours. I mean, I want you to literally just think of what a day in the life would be of you living with what you're manifesting. Really think about that. If you are not a natural visualizer, first of all, you think in pictures, whether you believe you do or not, you do, and that's okay. I'm not a great visualizer either. So you can take that pressure right off your shoulders. You know you can think a thought. You can think a thought about, if you're manifesting a specific person, you can think a thought about you two maybe cooking dinner together and sitting down at the table and eating dinner. You can think about that. We don't have to have a perfect picture of every detail. The more details, the better. And by the better, I just mean you're more immersed. So I challenge you to do that. The I Am Source, every couple of hours, you are reminding yourself that you are Source, or that you are in a lucid dream or a waking dream. And I challenge you to make yourself really think about you being the version of yourself that has the manifestation. Really think about it and get your whole body involved. If you can incorporate your senses, good. The more immersed you are. Don't you understand that every time you do that, you are there? You're there. Every time you use this, you are there. It's really not difficult. It feels difficult because, number one, we're either thinking something logically or literally, okay? Or we are judging 3D reality based off of logic and literal reasoning. We're taking a break from that this week. Whatever circumstances you have in 3D reality, I comfortably tell you that if you would get your mind off of them for like 5 to 10 minutes and get your mind on you being the you you've always wanted to be, those circumstances somehow, some way are literally leading you to your outcome. I comfortably tell you, I comfortably say this to you, nothing can get in the way of what you're manifesting. And you are really the only one in charge. You really are. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.